glad. And more rides because they got their act together. COVID has been over now for a bit. And I believe it's the same carnival, the people rather, that's in the movie Big, if I'm not mistaken, because that was one thing I heard about with Tom Hanks. Yeah, Penny Marshall directed. All right, so here's the funny thing. We're like 2 blocks away from the Jefferson County Fairgrounds. They're already setting up tents. I see Winnebago's going to. It won't be for a week. Does it take that long to set it up?
Oh, yeah. We've had crews working here since the middle of June getting things ready. You know, everything goes into storage, and we have to get everything out, all of the animal pens and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And just unload everything. We moved all of the stuff that goes in the arena, for the arts and crafts and all that. That was all moved out of storage on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Tents went up on Monday. And then today they've been working in the tents, getting all the pens in them and the cattle ties in there for the dairy cattle and that kind of stuff. And tonight, 3 rides came in last week that aren't being used this week. And tonight, there's a crew coming in overnight tonight, and they're going to set those 3 rides up tomorrow.
Nice.
We're waiting for Rick Reithofer, the owner of the show. He's probably awful close to Scranton right now on his way here, so he'll be here, later tonight to actually spot the rides on the grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Because they come in and mark everything out,
right,
and then label it, and then the rides come in. They just go find their spot and pull in and set up. It's really an amazing thing to see the logistics of
I'm sure
moving that show and getting it set up.
I admire anyone who travels from city to city like that, outdoors, all the weather, all the conditions and whatnot. And this is in no ways a negative connotation to what's going on at the Jefferson County Fair. But did you see that unbelievable video the other day of they had some type of roller coaster ride that had to be shut down because the metal had been compromised and it split. It was moving. Some patron noticed it. I don't know if you saw that.
Was it in an amusement park?
At an amusement park, yeah, and it was a huge. You could see it was made out of steel, and whenever I was going to say toboggan,
metal fatigue,
metal fatigue, big time.
One of the things that and people talk about this because carnival rides get set up and get taken down each week and so on. An amusement park, the state labor department will be here next Monday to inspect the rides. A traveling carnival gets inspected before they can open, in New York anyway, and in most states. Before they can open, they must be inspected. Every ride's inspected. An amusement park is inspected before they open in the spring. They don't get re-inspected until they shut down in next year.
Wow.
That's normally the case. So, people worry about that with carnivals, traveling carnivals, but state labor department is
more stringent.
They're not a slouch.
No.
They're tough.
Yeah.
They're really tough.
Yeah.
They're here. They will be here, and until they sign off on a ride, it doesn't open.
Wow.
Now we're fortunate because Right Offer Shows makes their opening.
Yeah.
But they travel with a certified welder. They travel with a lot of spare parts. I don't know if it's coming to Watertown or not, but they sometimes have a machine shop.
Nice.
Wow. There's a
sounds like the Russian Army.
There's a company in Adams Center, Empire Hydraulics, that does work on their hydraulic motors and pumps and things. They have a power distribution. All the rides now run on electricity, and they have large generators. The lights have all been switched over to LED lights, which are fantastic shows.
Right.
But they told me when they did their first ride a few years ago to LED, it went from taking 250 amps of electricity to run the light show down to 14 amps.
Wow.
So he said that's a generator I don't have to run.
So they travel lighter as a result of the less, they don't have to bring in all those alternators and so on.
But they have electricians that travel with them. I mean, they can rebuild things like that.
So basically, then it's anything can happen at any given time. But there's probably a better chance of safety measures at a traveling show like Reithofer's than going to something that's open from like Memorial Day through October.
Well, it could be. I don't know if the state goes back in New York. I know New York's very stringent.
Yeah.
And I know that there are some states that aren't. But
Fascinating.
there's every state's different, and they've told me that each state is different. We have to know what each state's going to want, what they're going to look for, and so on.
Right.
But they're first class. Right now, is a first class carnival. They really are.
They really, and like you said, they've been around forever. And now I'm looking at the actual. This is the 206th Jefferson County Fair. Bob Simpson. Now, what is your role there? What is your title there, Bob?
I'm president of the Ag Society.
How long have you been doing that?